since I've been on here. I've missed you guys. I'm sorry that I've been hella lagging on the tube. You know, it's the holidays, it's crazy. But I figured I would do a quick tutorial for you guys and something a little different. On my YouTube, Snapchat, and all my medias, I change up my hair a lot. I'm always like in high ponytails, high buns. Just kind of things that are easy for me to do. I'm kind of like on the go person, and I figured you guys have always asked me, what are the secrets to this hair? What's in there? Is there a can in there? Do you have a pin? Like, what's going on? And it's really just a lot of extensions and a lot of playing around. And yeah, I've done this ponytail for quite some time, and I've always kind of liked the way it looks. I'm comfortable with a lot of hair, comfortable with this big thing on my head. And I always change up the lengths and everything. So I have enjoyed doing like the shorter version with a little bit of a hair. Sorry, y'all, you just like walking. So yeah, I just did this and I hope you guys enjoy it. It was really quick and easy. I promise you, once you get the steps and everything down, it is like a quick on-the-go hairstyle. Just have the tools and the stuff that you need and you'll nail it. Before the video gets started, if you haven't subscribed, please make sure to subscribe before you forget. And yeah, let's get it going. As you guys can see, this is my hair in a ponytail without extensions. It's like very empty. Very short, you guys. I always look like I have a lot of hair, but I really don't. So I'm gonna take it down real quick so you guys can see. So this is my hair without any extensions on, and it's just very lifeless. I feel like without extensions and ponytails are not the same. So let's get into it. All right, so the first thing I do when I apply any kind of ponytail is I want to make sure that I really treat this hair, brush it out, and make sure that I straighten any pieces that have a little bit of a crunch to it. So I'm gonna brush my hair out using the wet brush. This is one of my favorite brushes to use. It's meant for brushing your hair out when it's wet, clearly, but it's so gentle, it doesn't tug on the hair, and I really like this for my extensions too. I feel like it gets through all the little knots, all the little tangles it may get. So make sure you really brush your hair thoroughly, and that way when you put all the hair together, it can be just like one nice piece. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna apply a little bit of serum to my hair. I think it's very important that you treat your hair before you apply any extensions. One problem that I used to do is like not ever take care of my real hair, and I would take care of the extensions so much. So when my ponytail was up, you could see the difference in the hair textures and whatnot. So it's very important that you give your real hair love as well. So I love using the Kerastase serum. This one is, oh God, I've had this for a long time. I think I replenished this one more than I do with my other brands, but it has a really good scent to it. I just do one pump, and literally one pump does just enough. And I apply it all over my hands, run it through my fingers, and I start at the bottom. So it's very important that you apply most of the serum to the bottom of the hair, because this is the part that's the driest and the oldest. If you go directly on top of the hair, you already produce oils up here. So imagine applying more oil on there, it can be a little oily. So do it on the bottom first. Make sure you really get it. I like to always like twist it before, and then that way you know you have a lot of serum down there, and then lightly work it up. And then that's when the ones on the fingers will just kind of run through it. All right, so my hair is now prepped and ready to go. I actually did pretty flatter in it before I started, just because it was looking really crazy. And personally, I like to work on a little more dirtier hair too. I feel like it just looks better and it holds better with everything. So now the next step is to get your extensions. This is the most important part. You want to make sure that your extensions really match your hair texture as well. I have really thick hair, so I'm gonna go with a thicker kind of hair bundle. It just makes it so much easier. If anytime I go with like a really thin extension, it just looks like I have 3 little hairs hanging on there, and it's not that full ponytail that I want. It's really all about maneuvering it and putting it in the right placement. I feel like if the extensions are too far out right here, that's where it's gonna hurt, because it's gonna tug on those little hairs. So this is like very important that you get this part down. So the extensions I'm gonna use today are extremely thick. I'm gonna be using the BooGatti extensions from Belami. I love using these for ponytails because it just makes the hair so full of secrets, full of life, full of, it's like the what am I trying to say? It's like the Victoria's Secret push-up bra for the hair. It just kind of just does that boom kind of thing. The only problem with these extensions, if you do purchase them, they are just so thick and so straight that I can never wear that amount on my hair, because the straightness just wouldn't give me that fullness. So what I did is I actually went through all the pieces and pre-cut them, and by that I made some really short that are gonna go more on the top part, and then I have some that are a little more longer, which obviously those will go like in the mid part. So it's very important that you have like a spots for them so that you can create that layered look. So now that you guys know what extensions I'm gonna use and pretty much how how they look before. As you can see, they have a lot of like curl going on too. So I'm gonna curl them after they're in the hair. This is a very important part. If you pre-curl your extensions, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have them going all kind of different ways. And when you put them on, these parts might be going inward, this might be going outward, so it might look crazy. So it's important that you fix them once they're already on the hair as well. So now that we figured that all out, we got the hair ready to go, we are ready to just snap those babies in and get this ponytail going. I'm gonna start right here on the side of my head, and I'm just gonna go in with my nails, because I got my nails on now, if you guys notice. I mean, I'm feeling pretty fly, so I hope you guys are feeling my nails. And I'm just going to separate the hair right there. I'm gonna yank this hair up, twist it, and then put like just like a little clip on it. So this is gonna be like my lower part of the hair. I'm not gonna touch anything right here because I do want this to be blended all up. So I'm gonna go pretty much just right there. And from there, I'm just gonna grab like any kind of comb, any kind of brush, and I'm just gonna brush up. Just a quick disclaimer, guys, I do not do hair. So if I'm teasing it wrong, I'm so sorry. I don't do hair. This is just what works for me, so do not judge on this tease. And I'm going pretty gentle. I want it to be gentle enough that I don't want to tug my hair out, but I also need the hair to really hold on throughout the day. So for this section, I'm going to be using the thickest and longest extension that I have. This one is honestly super full, like probably too full, but I love this because this is going to give me the ultimate volume and length that I need. So I'm just going to go ahead and clip this on like a regular extension, add it to those little pieces that I teased up, and stopping right about there. Once the ponytail's up, this part will not show at all. So if you guys are thinking, oh my god, it's gonna peek out, it definitely will not come out at all. Just gotta really make sure that you hide those little hairs. And it's really like up to you to know how secure it is. You wanna make sure it's really secure, kinda wiggle that head a little bit. If it's still intact, you're good to go. So next piece, I'm just gonna take that hair down and following the same steps that I always do with like regular extensions. However, you're just like, again, not gonna move towards the front. You're just gonna keep it right in the center. You're kind of creating this little like mohawk of hair. So now I'm gonna go in with this piece and clip it onto that section. Do the same thing again. Keep in mind, you don't have to add all the extensions. I'm just really crazy and I love like a really full ponytail. So add as many as your heart desires, just as long as it fits your head shape and it feels comfortable for you. All right, so we are getting to the little more of like the trickier part. Because my hair does not like to grow up here for some odd reason, I have to place them a little higher. I take them pretty high up, otherwise I'm gonna have this voluminous ponytail and I'm gonna have these like little hairs just sticking up like a little rooster. So it's very important that you add it based on like the hair. If your hair is already long, you're so blessed and I'm very jealous, but if it's not long and you're dealing with like, you know, chemical breakage and everything, then you might want to step it up just a little bit. Plus I do have bangs, so that's one reason. So now I'm just gonna work towards the top and just lightly add that tease. So now instead of doing it this way again and keep on going back, what's gonna happen is sometimes it's gonna create like a little bit of a bump on the head. So for the top ones, you wanna make sure you flip them upside down, and this will avoid any of those bumps showing up throughout your ponytail. And then the last one, again, just wanna tease just a tad bit. Again, avoiding any of the sides, and go ahead and flip it. Voila, voila. So this kind of creates a little bit of volume too on the top, so it's really nice when that ponytail's put up together, you have that little bit of volume going up here. All right, so I'm feeling good, I'm feeling confident about the placement. So now we're just going to quickly add a little bit of a pomade to the hair to keep the hairs in place. And I love using this one. This is a R+Co Mannequin. So when I bought this, I was like looking for like a styling cream to kind of just my baby hairs away or kind of like, you know, smooth the hair up, but something that wasn't going to be like as hard as Hairspray. So the way they explained this to me was when you see a mannequin, it's like they're stiff, they're in place, but if you want to move their arm, it's like really easy to move a mannequin's arm. So same thing like this. If you want to put your hair up, it's going to stay in place. However, if you want to take it down, it can go down again without, you know, no problem at all. So I loved the way they explained it to me, and I was like, okay, sold, I need that. So I love this. It smells so good. Oh. Rub this through my hand and and it does not leave a white residue, in case you're wondering. And now, since the hair is really thick, one hair tie is definitely not going to help. So I actually tied two together. I like stuck them together so that I'll never lose them. That way it creates like a stronger like hold for the ponytail. Otherwise, if you use just like one hair tie, it's bound to slide down throughout the day. So you want to make sure you get something that's really secure, something that can hold hair and that you can wrap around more than twice at a time. I'm going to flip my hair over and I'm going to brush it and I'm going to pick it up that way. If I start doing it like this, it's going to hang a little too low. So it's important that your hair is upside down so you can really let gravity just grab the hair. I'm just going to bend over. Hey. There you go. And then from there, before you tie it in, make sure you brush the hair out. You can just start to pull everything together. So I'm gonna have a little bit of hairspray. This is a how do you say this brand? Schwarzkopf.
Schwarzkopf.
There you go.
Schwarzkopf.
Schwarzkopf, whatever. It's all over and just kind of smooth it out with your hand. Your hand is always your best friend on those little hairs. From there, I'm just gonna get that double hair tie, wrap it around twice. So this is the reason why I told you guys to wait to curl, because as you can see, there's like so many different like lengths and curls going on in my hair. You wanna make sure that it looks pretty much real and together and you can blend all the like little fake pieces like this. So I am gonna use this Babyliss curling iron. I think this is like a 1/4 inch curling iron. I've had it for a long time, but it's really one of my favorites. You can find it online, Cosmoprof, Salon Central, pretty much anywhere like that. Have one of your Cosmo friends hook you up with these orders. So now I'm just gonna grab the sections and give it a very natural curl. So I don't want it to look like quinceañera curls. We're just gonna go right in the center, leaving the ends out so that it has that more like natural kind of beach wave, and then just like that. So don't worry if they look nice and tight when you first do them, because you are going to brush them out anyways. The sections I'm taking are pretty large. I don't want them to be too small because the curling iron is already kind of like a larger one, so I want that more relaxed pony look. So again, just going kind of halfway in, letting those ends stick out. All right, so now that I have the curls pretty much done, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little more styling. Oh, I fucked it up right there. All right, just like 2 more steps. Gonna take now the OUAI texture spray and let's spritz a little bit on this to my hair. Add a little bit of texture. This creates like a nice wave and like fullness to the pony. And now I'm just gonna grab one of the hairs from the bottom. I'm just gonna go work my way around. Wrap the hair around, grab a bobby pin, and then just kind of put it right in there. And that creates also like a little volume. It hides the hair ties as well. So it looks a little more done up. If it's a more casual pony, or you're just going like to the mall real quick or something, you don't want to look too dressy, you don't have to do that because it does change up the look a little bit. So then now I'm gonna grab a few more bobby pins and I'm just gonna go right underneath and just tighten up the back a little bit, because that's an area I feel that sometimes it feels like it's a little loving back there, but no one's gonna see the back because you have all this beautiful real hair of yours that's gonna hide it all away. So then from there, I'm just gonna play around with it a little bit, add more of that texture spray, give it that little bit of body it needs, and you can just take a comb and tee some pieces up, whatever you want to do. It's really like up to you to adjust it to your head. And at the end, just grab again your hairspray and then just spray it wherever you need it. Not too much, because we want a very flexible pony that will bounce and have a lot of fun throughout the day. Voila. And that completes how I create my high ponytail. Please make sure to give my video a thumbs up. Comment below, subscribe if you haven't. And let me know what you guys want to see, your thoughts, and that's about it. That's all I gotta say for now. I will see you guys next time. Bye.